Hi everyone, I'm Kate. I haven't posted a video for a very long time. As I told you in the latest video, we were suddenly moving and we have moved. Yay! But it just has taken a lot of time getting everything in order and getting settled in a new apartment. And of course there's been some birthday celebrations lately, so that's been taking a lot of our time as well. I am doing the Know Your Needleworker tag. I think it was Whimsy Daisical who started it. And when you see me looking down, it's just because I have the questions there. So let's start. Number one, where do you live? I live in the southwest coast of Norway. I was actually born in Oslo, the capital of Norway, but when I was a small girl we moved over to the southwest coast, and that's where I've been ever since, almost. What do you do for a living? I have a fancy title that doesn't really say much, but I work as an equipment responsible, and what it actually is, I follow a product in my company in all the projects that we have sold this equipment. So I'm kind of the go-to lady in the company for that specific product, and being the connection point between a project and the product and my team. So, but I like it, it's fun. Keeping me busy, and what more can you ask for? Do you have any kids? Yes, I do. I have a son who turned 4 recently, and it's been his birthdays we've been celebrating lately, and the last one was completed today, and he had a blast with all his friends, so that was fun. Really fun. Number 4, do you have any pets? No, I don't. I used to have dogs. I've had a Pekingese before, and I used to have a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, Blenheim. A little bit unsure how you pronounce it in English. But I would like to have a dog again sometime, but at the moment we cannot have a dog. So we'll see what time will bring us. My son is asking for a cat, but we can't have a cat either where we're living at the moment, so we just have to wait and see. What are your other hobbies? I knit. I love to read about polar history. A tip is, I can take that later on. It's good. I don't know. I love cooking. So you could maybe say that's a hobby. But I love cooking food for multiple people, and in my house it's only me and my son. So usually it's easy peasy dinners. But when I get the chance to invite people for dinner, I will, and I try to do something I haven't done before just to challenge myself, so that's a hobby. What is your favorite movie? My favorite movie, oh, there's so many. My favorite movie must be The Godfather, and you have The Lord of the Rings, and you got Harry Potter. But one of my absolute favorite movies is just because it surprised me. It's the Usual Suspects with Kevin Spacey, and I think there were some other well-known names in that movie as well. It's pretty old now, I think, but I remember it was cool because it had a twist that I hadn't seen in movies like that when it came out, so it kind of stuck to my brain. And when it comes to chick flicks, I have to say Steel Magnolia. The ladies in that movie, they're really good. They're really good. I like that movie. What is your favorite book? Well, I love books, and I don't read as much now as I used to, but there are a couple of books that really stands out. And number 1 is Stephen King's The Shining. It's just that, I don't know, there's something about that book. I read it so many times, and yeah, I just like it. And then you have Bret Easton Ellis, who made American Psycho. And that book I read, I think I was 16 years old. It was my boyfriend at the time who started reading it for me, and I just thought it was so crazy. And I was wondering what goes on in Bret Easton Ellis' mind when he actually reads this stuff. But it fascinated me in several ways, so I read it a couple of times. Or that's wrong, I read it a lot of times. It's been a long time now, but stuck to my brain. And as I told you, I really like polar history, and there is a story that I think everybody should read about, because it's just amazing. It's the endurance tour or trip for Sir Ernest Shackleton when he tried to cross the Antarctica, because Amundsen Scott had already reached the South Pole, and he was thinking, oh shoot, I tried to do that, but I chose to turn around. What should I do now to make sure I can also do something nobody else has done before? And he was like, oh, I'm gonna cross the Antarctica. And what happens on that expedition is unbelievable. And you have to remember, this happened 100 years ago, and he and his crew managed to survive 2 years on the ice when their ship were screwed into the ice, and it was actually the ice ate the ship, so they were kind of stuck on ice. And they were like, okay, we're actually far from Antarctica, and we're in the middle of nowhere. What do we do now? But they had a plan, and Sir Ernest Shackleton did something with some of his guys, and nobody died. It's an amazing story. It happened 100 years ago, and you should read it. It will actually amaze you what was possible. Just a tip. Sir Ernest Shackleton and the Endurance Expedition. What is your favorite music? I listen to everything. I actually listen to everything. At the moment, I'm listening to upbeat music, just because I felt that I had a little bit lack of energy. But I listen to everything except death metal. That I don't listen to. What is your favorite TV show? Well, I do like Big Bang Theory, but I don't follow it as much anymore. I really like Homeland, but what I'm a real sucker about is English crime series. Yeah, I know. I'm talking about Agatha Christie. I talk about Miss Marple, Midsummer Murders. I think it's called Cold Case. Not the American show, but no, it's not Cold Case. That's the Norwegian name for it. It's Waking the Dead. That's the series. No, anything British crime, I love it. I definitely love it. And I can watch it over and over again. What one word to describe you the best? It depends on who you ask. But everybody who knows me would say that I'm caring. Yeah, I'm a hugger and I'm caring. And if anybody needs a hug, I'm the go-to person. And I don't know, just me. Yeah, it has to be caring. So that was my Know Your Needleworker tag. Hope you guys are doing well and you're getting a lot of stitching done. And I'll come back really soon, I hope, with a new video, with my work in progress, a couple of new starts, and I think I did show you the finish and the last movie that I made. So have a good one, everybody. Bye.